When I went to Afghanistan, it was just me, basically. I didn't have a crew. I thought about bringing a second camera person, but in the end it was too expensive because if you hire somebody who does that a lot, who shoots in war zones, you have to pay them a lot of money. And then I didn't want to hire a friend or a colleague that I knew and worked with because I would feel terrible if something happened to them. So I just decided to do it alone, and in the end I think that was the best thing, because also the Army doesn't want you to have like a huge crew, unless of course you're, you know, like CNN or something, you know, then they'll like give you your own truck and everything, which I discovered when I was there, because 60 Minutes came and like they got their own truck and like their own driver and their own gunner and all stuff, but that's beside the point. But yeah, they really want you to be as smallest crew as possible, because you're taking up space in the truck, you know. So in the end, I think it was really good that I was there alone. And I had already worked up a relationship, I mean, not only with the guys in my film who I was focusing on, but their whole unit, you know, was used to me by the time we left, because I've been filming their monthly trainings, and I filmed the training they do right before they leave too. They do an intensive 2-month training right before they leave. So they all knew me at that point and also were comfortable with me, and I think that was really helpful, you know. If I had brought a stranger in, it could have messed up that dynamic a little bit too. So it was just me and a camera, and I had wireless lavs, and I would put one on the, we wore these headsets, and the headsets would record all of the talking. So the lav on the headset would record that, so that was really important to get that. And then I'd often put a lav on one of the guys, either Dominic or Cole or Bodie, whose ever truck I was in. And that was, well, and then I ordered a bunch of helmet cams, because when I got there I realized like I had to sit in the back of the truck, and I really was like filming out the window in the back of the truck, but the guys are, most of the time were drivers, sometimes they were gunners, but I couldn't really film them up there, so I realized I had to get a helmet. So I got these helmet cams that I attached to the dashboard, so those, a lot of the footage of them driving are those. And then we put a helmet cam on the gun turret too, outside, so that you get those outside shots of driving through villages and stuff like that. So that was how I was able to capture a lot of the explosions, was with those helmet cams. So that was really important that I had those. And then in Michigan, I had filmed most of the stuff in Michigan too, because I took 3 trips to Afghanistan. I stayed for a total of 5 months over the course of 3 trips, but in between I would go back to Michigan. There was one time I hired somebody who had been to Michigan with me before, and he shot, when we did the Skype scene, I was in Afghanistan with the guys and he was with the families in Michigan, so that was the only time that someone else was there without me. So.